Hey, friendo, Steve here. Welcome back to the channel. So, thought I'd do something a little bit different today. I'm a big fan of time travel, everybody, in science fiction, Back to the Future and stuff like that. So I thought it'd be a lot of fun today to take a trip back in time at new rumors from 2020. That's right. CagesideSeats.com has a really wonderful weekly feature on their website called Rumor Roundup. And I thought it'd be fun to go back and take a look at what the rumors were back in July of 2020 and see which of those rumors panned out, which of those rumors didn't. Let's take a trip back in time, shall we? Let's quantum leap to Rumor Roundup from Cage Side Seats. Here we go. July the 4th. The 4th of July is right around the corner. Let's see what's going on a year ago in the thick of pandemic. Here we go. Rumor Roundup, Swamp Fight, SummerSlam plans, Extreme Rules, and more. Let's take a look here. Rumors for the day. According to Wrestling Inc. Let's do this. Stunt coordinator Ellis Edwards is being brought in for the Swamp Fight between Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman. That match will be apparently taped next week. We all know how that Swamp Fight went. It was a bit long. Wasn't terribly memorable. That's sort of on the bottom tier of the cinematic matches from the pandemic era, I think. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. He says, speaking of, that feud is scheduled to go through SummerSlam. Yeah, I think it extended past SummerSlam. It went after the, it went, I think, a pay-per-view too after that. It says here, Extreme Rules is expected to be loaded with matches, even if they don't get a lot of time. I wonder if that was true. Let's find out. Extreme. That was the one with the eye popping out, wasn't it? I think that was the horror show at Extreme Rules. Let's see how many matches there were there. There were 6 matches if you take out the dark match there, the pre-show. I mean, that's not really. And these matches all went pretty long. They all went like 12 plus minutes, 18 minutes, 20 minutes. So that's sort of, that rumor was killed. Next, the policy for New Japan is to constantly test the wrestlers for the COVID virus. And they do temperature checks twice daily while keeping track of everyone they've come in. Okay, well, that's everybody's doing that. The Observer also notes that Ian Riccaboni has refuted their item that no one is getting a new deal in Ring of Honor during pandemic, and in fact, some have gotten raises. I don't know if that was true or not. Next, July 7th, 2020. Oh, look at this. Look at this. CM Punk AEW. What's the big rumor there? On his Keeping It 100 podcast, Conan said that while he was negotiating with AEW last year, they told him CM Punk asked for an astronomical amount of money. I don't think that's shocking to anybody. CM Punk still has not made his way to AEW. There's really been no information on the CM Punk Wrestling Again front. I would imagine that's a possibility still. Who knows? Let's see here. Wrestling Observer says the number of positive COVID cases at the WWE Performance Center might be closer to 40 as of a week ago. Yeah, COVID was all over that place. That place was running wild with COVID. Rey Mysterio's WWE contract expired months ago, according to Wrestling Observer Radio's Dave Meltzer. Rey asked for a raise, but Vince McMahon turned him down, pointing to the COVID releases. Rey eventually did actually sign a deal with WWE that evidently, it says Mysterio could go anywhere, and whoever signed him would likely take Dominic too. It's still expected Rey will re-sign with WWE. That did happen, and apparently, according to his contract, I'm speculating here, Dominic was his pay raise. Maybe instead of getting more money, Dominic just got pushed to the moon. Now he's a tag team champion. He also got yeeted by Roman Reigns. Shayna Baszler worked a recent main event taping. That really didn't signify much of anything, though, because she's gotten a pretty big push since then, although it hasn't been to everybody's liking. Let's continue on here. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Drama. WWE upset with AEW. New safety protocols and Shayna Baszler's status. Let's see what Shayna Baszler's status was a year ago. Dave Meltzer said that people in WWE were upset with Taz's sloppy shop line on AEW Dynamite in reference to WWE's poor management of the COVID-19 pandemic. Who knows? Who knows if that's true? More COVID stuff. Fightful also says that Shayna Baszler hasn't appeared on Raw since mid-May because WWE hasn't booked her. She's healthy, but creative has nothing for her. Well, eventually they did, and it came in the form of tag team with Nia Jax and Lily the Puppet. PW Insider noted that Cody's application for the Cody Rhodes trademark was declined because WWE renewed the trademark on May 15th after a brief delay due to the coronavirus. Or Cody Rhodes won that one. He ended up using the Cody Rhodes name, and I think he used it in order to obtain the trademark eventually. He used it at the Double or Nothing in his match against a Go-Go. Yeah, so he got that. Mickie James told Chris Van Vliet that she was medically cleared to return to WWE right before the empty arena shows began, but, quote, there's no need to take that risk of going there if I'm not doing anything. Well, yeah. Especially back then, man, they had all sorts of issues with COVID. They did run a sloppy shop. Anyways, Mickie James got released, and she had her stuff sent to her in a garbage bag shortly after, not that long ago. All right, July 25th, early WrestleMania plans. Ooh, a new Nation of Domination. Ooh, look at there's Edge right there. Wrestling Observer notes the current plan is Edge versus Randy Orton in an I Quit match at WrestleMania next year. That had been the plan for SummerSlam, but Edge's injury changed that. That eventually turned into, of course, Edge getting stacked and pinned by the Tribal Chief. So that went south, is what happened there. He did actually win the Royal Rumble, though, so that's good. And then he's back now, so that's going to happen probably at Money in the Bank. We'll find out probably tonight on SmackDown. Wrestling Observer also says a lot of people within WWE don't like the idea of a new Nation of Domination because of the current social climate. Of course, last summer, there was the Black Lives Matter protest stuff going on. So so they didn't do, hold on a second, they ended up not doing a new Nation of Domination because of the current social climate. I think that the genesis of that idea ended up turning into the Hurt Business. I think that's kind of how it went, because I think MVP was maybe behind that idea. I don't know. I forget all that stuff. But during that particular social climate, they did in fact go with Retribution instead, which was supposed to be an Antifa thing. And yeah, that's kind of funny right there. And then, yeah, so they still did it. Original plans called for Asuka versus Charlotte at SummerSlam. It's unclear what the plan is now, as things are rapidly changing. At SummerSlam 2020, what happened at SummerSlam 2020? What was the match between Charlotte? What was that match? Results. Let's see here. That was Bayley. Oh, that's right. Bayley was defeated by Asuka. For the wait, what? She defeated Asuka. That's right. Didn't Bayley have two matches? Oh, Asuka. That's right. Asuka had two matches against Sasha Banks and Bayley. That's right. Asuka won the Raw Women's Championship there. That's right. What did Charlotte do? Was Charlotte just out that whole time? Charlotte was just out that whole time. All right. Let's see here. WWE has applied to trademark the NXT UK Heritage Cup. The early speculation is this will be a tournament of some sort, which it was. And it's still a pretty cool thing going on in NXT UK. If you guys aren't watching, you should be. Jacob Fatu's deal with MLW makes him exclusive to promotion and expressly forbids him to work with WWE or AEW. He signed through 2025. I love Jacob Fatu. I really enjoy MLW. I don't watch it as much as I want to. But when he comes off the market in 2025, oh boy. He's gonna have a lot of suitors. All right, let's do one more of these. Let's see here. Sort of covered that stuff. July 31st. Let's do July 31st. The end of July. Let's see here. WrestleVotes says WWE has added a Payback pay-per-view to their schedule on August 30th, 1 week after SummerSlam. This was previously rumored to be the possible date for a sequel to Evolution. That sequel to Evolution never happened. They did Payback. It was just like a bunch of, it was Payback. It was the next week. And they just ran a bunch of stuff back, didn't they? It was Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. No, Bobby Lashley beat Apollo Crews for the U.S. title. Big E defeated Sheamus. Matt Riddle defeated King Corbin. Yeah, I don't remember. I just remember being like, why do they have another paper? But that actually happened. Dave Meltzer noted that Mark Henry had some brief backstage appearances on this week's Raw because, like Ron Simmons from the prior week, he was also supposed to be part of the new Nation of Domination angle that was eventually nixed. Both episodes of Raw were filmed at the same set of tapings. Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah, the Hurt Business preceded that, so I don't think that was the case. It sounds like AEW is keeping a tight lid on reasons why Excalibur was absent from Dynamite commentary this week. Excalibur took the trip to Florida for Dynamite. It was not used on television. Meltzer speculates it could be related to an angle with racist language that Excalibur was involved in with PWG around 2005. Yeah, a clip made the rounds at the time that featured some racist language that Excalibur was involved in. And then he ended up back on TV. They didn't fire him or anything. Sportskeeda says that several people in WWE are chewing Vince's ear off with praise for Tessa Blanchard, encouraging the company to go sign her. That never happened. She is still a free agent, and nobody seems to want to touch her. So we'll see if that changes at any point. WrestleVotes also claims that in early August, WWE is planning to announce date and location information for the Royal Rumble 2021, but those details are now on hold. It was just at Thunderdome. They just did that at Thunderdome. Same as always. No fans for the Rumble. It was just a Thunderdome. Yeah. It was a fun Rumble. Anyways, that's going to do it for us. I thought it was just kind of fun to look at, look what was going on in the past. Do me a favor. Give this video a thumbs up. Do you guys want to see more of this kind of stuff or sort of go back in time? Let's do this. Next time, we'll go back to the year 2015. We'll see if Cage Side Seats even do that. Rumor Roundup. Cage Side Seats 2015. They were doing that. Let's see this one here. What's this guy about? Here we go. This is 2015. This is March of 2015. The latest word on Brock Lesnar and WWE is that he will meet with Vince McMahon at Raw next Monday in Los Angeles, and WWE is hoping to lock him in a new deal before he leaves the arena. Yeah, that happened. It does look like Snoop Dogg and Curtis Axel will shoot an angle at Raw next week. I have no idea if that happened. Did that actually happen? Curtis Axel, Snoop Dogg? Snoop Dogg and Hulk Hogan contend with Axelmania. That happened. Remember that talk of Adrian Neville getting called up and using a Mighty Mouse gimmick? A small, strong man complete with a mask. The Wrestling Observer notes that it wasn't so much about Neville, but an idea Vince McMahon has wanted to use for a while. So he had a cape. He did not have a mask, and they just called him the dude that Gravity forgot. So thank God Pac was never saddled with that. Regarding the Wrestling Isn't Wrestling film from Max Landis, Brian Alvarez reported that WWE told everyone not to tweet about the video. Landis responded to this saying the office is very happy with the video and the inability to tweet has nothing to do with content in the PD. Has to do with content in the PG era. Well, found out what happened to Max Landis after that. And here we go. Apparently WWE is looking at dates for NXT house shows competing directly with Ring of Honor. And then they stole everybody Ring of Honor had. That was fun. Anyways, thanks everybody for tuning in. I appreciate it. If you want to see more of these, just a fun little trip down the memory lane, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll be back probably tomorrow with more Wrestle Juice. Until then, watch one of these other videos here. Lukewarm by now.